Hi everyone, welcome back. It's me. It is November 4th, 2025 at 7:12 p.m. I've had the most incredible day. And I had a really cool dream. I had a dream that I was on a very simple craft and there was a couple other people, but a handful of others there similar to what I was. They seemed to be in the similar energy, not exactly knowing everything that's going on, but we were all looking out. There was a bunch of windows, and there wasn't really anything inside of it. But we were flying above the city and everything. I know this is going to sound all so unbelievable. I can hardly believe it myself. And then, so I went for a nap, and when I woke up from that, I had a cup of tea, and I got ready, and I went out for a walk. And around 5:30 now, it starts getting dark. And there was these two ladies that sit outside at a picnic table around the grounds of my building. And I went out there and I was chit-chatting with them. And I have footage of this, but we saw something in the sky. And it was like an S shape. I have footage of it. She's going to email it to me. I don't know what it was. It wasn't a meteor. It's slow flying. It has no sound. I don't know. It was like in the middle, it had a couple of like lights, but this wasn't an aircraft or anything like that. Anyway, we'll have to look at the footage. You can see it looks kind of like an S shape. It has I don't know, it looked like it had like a mist coming off of it. I can't explain it. You'll see it. But anyway, what we were looking at, I know this fella looks pretty funny. His tinfoil hat's pretty good. He molded it to his head. He made a really good one. While I was eating today, before I took my nap, I saw this video. Remember I told you that I watched this video, this guy's channel, Vizzgit, Vizzgit. Okay, and he laughed at this fella because of his tinfoil hat. He was showing frequencies and with the radio and something or other. I don't really know what it was. But then I saw the following video. And I told you guys, I've known this since I was a little kid. I've been laughed at, mocked, put down, every kind of terrible thing. Just treated so cruelly. But watch this, okay? I'm going to make sure that we can hear it. Hopefully the volume is going to work this time. Please, please, please. Divine Creator, please. Okay, let's go.
Humanity is evolving to have superpowers, and this peer-reviewed paper that just came out today proves it. Oh my God, okay. So certain people, such as this guy, Tom Matt, are experiencing an unusual visual phenomenon. They are calling it upsight vision. They are seeing literal holographic images in their eyesight, like in front of them. It is not a hallucination. It is not imagination. It is not projected imagination. These are real other things. They are more translucent than bright pink. In the study, they set out to know the difference between hyperphantasia, which is visual mental imagery, and visual hallucinations, and this thing called upsight vision. And here's what they found. Basically, there is a heightened perception or a heightened processing in visual and cognitive networks relative to visual mental imagery. But what they found was so cool. The paper's like 32 pages, but I'll break most of it down quickly. One really interesting thing is upsight vision resembles normal vision more than hallucinations or imagination. Guys, we're evolving to see the netherworld. Tom literally sees...
Just a sec. My computer just can't handle the even 480p. I apologize.
Beings in his vision, he can interact with them. It is almost like he shows that this is where you can see regular matter like an apple. Then he perceives what he called dark matter, but it also he calls plasma. These images, these plasma beings, he can perceive with upsight vision. And some of you are having this and don't know what the F is going on. So that's why I have to put this out there. You're okay. This is peer reviewed. This is normal. This is happening.
Okay, so I explained to you this before. I was going to put little word text, okay, on the video. But this is etheric sight. This is what I was talking about all this time with the aether and the plasma. You see right now how it says gravitational waves with the sun? You see that rainbow thing? That's the light spectrum. Again, it goes in with the dimensional beings. Each dimension is in a different light spectrum. Yeah. This is absolutely incredible. This is what I was talking about this whole time.
Our eyes are evolving, biatches. Tom even has like a cool coordinate system mapped out of this like new realm we're seeing. I call it fourth dimensional plasma. He calls it the organic metaverse. But we are literally starting to perceive a reality where we are seeing other beings and other things, whether they're archetypes, other intelligent beings, memories that we're seeing, past, present, and future timelines. This is all real. Sorry, logical people. Get used to it. Right brain rules. Also, the alpha power in the brain decreased. Alpha is 8 to 13 hertz in frequency, roughly. This is when someone's awake, relaxed, and not processing strong stimuli. So it basically showed that he was processing stronger stimuli, some other thing in his field of vision. Also shows a release of inhibition or more right-brained. Even if photos of the decreased spectral power and frequencies shows he was actually seeing something else. They want to test it further. They say they want to find more individuals with upsight vision. They conclude this is a valid thing, a valid phenomenon that is happening. And they see an increase in gamma power in the right frontal and left posterior areas. Gamma's high frequency means the brain's communicating very rapidly. It's like multidimensional sight. Is emotional and holistic pattern recognition, creative insight. There's a perceptual vividness that also happens in lucid dreaming, but this is different. Tom, who has upsight vision, now does readings. Put his website below. I'll put it right here. He sees the images in your subconscious. It leads to all these revelations. So cool.
I found this video very interesting because that color right there, it looks like magenta to me. And when you mix red and blue light together.
So he's right. When you mix red and blue, he's going to say it makes purple. Okay. When I saw the Asura that night in my room, I said I almost saw like a flash, like it was like a haze, like a layer. It was almost like the molecules all turned over. And when they did, they gave off a purple pinkish hue. That was the color. Yeah, that was the color of it. I'm not messing with you. This is so incredible for me. So just let us finish this little couple seconds of the video.
Together, your brain comes up with magenta. It doesn't exist on the light spectrum, but your brain just makes up that color. So it really makes me wonder, like, is it really something else that our brains can't perceive? And like, could it be like, I don't know, projections, and then when it comes time, they can flip a switch and then everybody starts seeing?
No. So another of the reason is that the crown chakra is this purple color, this light purple. This one's a darker purple indigo. This is like a light mauve purple, pinkish purple color, the crown chakra. And again, these are divine spiritual beings. So again, this might be the color spectrum that we see them in. So I just wanted to show you this video. I'm pretty sure that's the end of it. I might be able to go and get her an entire video. Dana Kippel, I think that's okay. He has her video and review here. So I might be able to go and find this video that she's put, and we will put it at the end of this so you can watch it for yourself all over again, okay? All right, thank you so much, everybody. I just was so excited I couldn't wait to show you this, and I hope you enjoyed it too. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. So yeah, I saw the craft, I had the dream. I will get that footage for you as soon as possible. Those ladies go out there. They'll be there around tomorrow morning sometime, so I'll go and I'll make sure that I get that, and then I'll post that footage of what I saw. And yeah, so I hope you like this, and I hope this gives you an idea of what I was talking about believing in the impossible, making the impossible possible. You have to believe, just like a magic. If you don't believe in magic, you'll never see it happen. And so ever since, I saw the red light in the Tartaria video with the red mercury, things have just been progressing further and further. The more faith that I have, the more trust that I have, the more belief that I have. And then look, I just randomly put his video on. I said, oh, well, I've got to watch them. I couldn't find a show or anything like that to watch. And I put this on, and it just happened to be there. And look at this. This is the only part that I watched up till here. So, yeah, it was 13 minutes of his video, and there's 38, but I just couldn't wait to show you. So it's true, it's real, and it's happening. And I hope you're as excited as I am about it. So it can, if it's not happening for you, it can be for you. Remember, when that man in town who was a UFO researcher, he's popular, he's got a website, he interviewed Travis Walton. I was hanging out with him, and he said, he was upset, not like unreasonably. I understood why. And he said, well, why would they come and contact you when I've been doing this for 30 years? And our friendship kind of fell apart because of these types of things, right? He just, I guess, didn't really believe me. But at the time, I told him, and it was the only thing I could think of. I was like, well, the only difference between us is that I'm spiritual and you're not. And he said, well, what does that have to do with anything? I think it has everything to do with it. Like I was talking about today in my post on my post sections of YouTube and on my Telegram, I felt the incoming energies of the sun. And it was for the past couple days, but didn't hit me until today, that the sun's probably popping off again, like I said before many times. And yes, incoming energies. And also, we had talked about on my Klaustrom's Oil video, I talked with a commenter, I think it was New York, LA, NYLA, pretty sure it was that subscriber, and they had said about how you have a couple days in the month, which is in your sign, like of my sign in Leo, it'll be, I think it's like the 13th or 14th or something. It's not this week, it's next week. But there's 2.5 days, and that's the 2.5 days of darkness where your star seed, your seed, sits in the sacral chakra, in the sacrum bone, in the sacral chakra area. Yeah. And it's pretty incredible, this process of the sun and the moon, because it's not just about the sun or the moon, it has both incorporated into it. So these 3 days are your 3 days of darkness, where this is the time where you abstain from sexual release. Yes, so no sex with others or yourself. And that's a really important time to protect the seed and keep it almost like in that sacred energy, sacred creational energies. You don't want to expel them. You want to keep it there to germinate the seed, to help it rise up the spine to the crown. Okay? The Klaustrom's Oil is about inner alchemy. There's esoteric alchemy, which is inside, which astrology has to do with the inside of you as well as the outside, these planet movements and all of this. So when I use Sailor Moon, a lot of that I am expressing those types of things as my inner alchemy, and like as the astrological chart moves on the outside of you through your sign, it's moving on the inside. Each organ, like your heart, lungs, liver, has all a designated planet. Okay? So as within, so without. You are the micro, the very small, and the macro is the very large, the universe, yes? You are a mini universe. So there are these things going on, and it's alchemy because there's literal chemical process going on as you will learn about in the Claustrom's oil playlist that has to do with your pituitary gland and your pineal gland, okay, which has to do with the milk and honey, which talks about in the Bible. So interesting. And Kelly's an amazing teacher, okay? But there's other teachers in there. William Donahue, Santos Bonanchi, and a couple others that I just can't remember right now. Okay, so I don't want this to be too long. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really encourage you to watch the Claustrom's Oil playlist and learn as much as you can about these things, because you will see other stuff like this and it will make more sense to you if you have the knowledge behind it. Yeah? Yeah. Because red and blue, the thing like he says, it does make purple, but it's not any type of hologram. It's not, it won't be just certain people that are seeing it. I think that there's a lot of people who are sensitive to things, even if they're not aware, and then there might be some people who aren't. Okay? Alrighty. Thank you so much for watching. If you could like, share, comment, and, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm having a really hard time even getting many views on my content. I think that my content may be being blocked because of the things that I talk about with the Claustrom's oil. Kelly's been at it for ages, and her channel hasn't gone very far with, I think it was not that long ago. But anyway, the point is she should have 100,000 subscribers by now, and she hasn't. So I think there's a reason that they don't want this content out. It's not that her content isn't good, because she's a fantastic teacher, and she's got a very soothing voice, so she's nice to listen to. So anyway, thank you so much. Take care, everybody. See you next time. Bye.
Humanity is evolving to have superpowers, and this peer-reviewed paper that just came out today proves it. Oh my God, okay. So certain people, such as this guy, Tom Matt, are experiencing an unusual visual phenomenon. They are calling it upsight vision. They are seeing literal holographic images in their eyesight, like in front of them. It is not a hallucination. It is not imagination. It is not projected imagination. These are real other things. They are more translucent than bright pink. In the study, they set out to know the difference between hyperphantasia, which is visual mental imagery, and visual hallucinations, and this thing called upsight vision. And here's what they found. Basically, there is a heightened perception or a heightened processing in visual and cognitive networks relative to visual mental imagery. But what they found was so cool. The paper's like 32 pages, but I'll break most of it down quickly. One really interesting thing is upsight vision resembles normal vision more than hallucinations or imagination. Guys, we're evolving to see the netherworld. Tom literally sees beings in his vision. He can interact with them. It is almost like he shows that this is where you can see regular matter like an apple. Then he perceives what he called dark matter, but he calls plasma. These images, these plasma beings, he can perceive with upsight vision. And some of you are having this and don't know what the F is going on. So that's why I have to put this out there. You're okay. This is peer-reviewed. This is normal. This is happening. Our eyes are evolving, biatches. Tom even has like a cool coordinate system mapped out of this like new realm we're seeing. I call it fourth dimensional plasma. He calls it the organic metaverse. But we are literally starting to perceive a reality where we are seeing other beings and other things, whether they're archetypes, other intelligent beings, memories that we're seeing, past, present, and future timelines. This is all real. Sorry, logical people. Get used to it. Right brain rules. Also, the alpha power in the brain decreased. Alpha is 8 to 13 hertz in frequency, roughly. This is when someone's awake, relaxed, and not processing strong stimuli. So it basically showed that he was processing stronger stimuli, some other thing in his field of vision. Also shows a release of inhibition, or more right-brained. Even if photos of the decreased spectral power and frequencies shows he was actually seeing something else. They want to test it further. They say they want to find more individuals with upsight vision. They conclude this is a valid thing, a valid phenomenon that is happening. And they see an increase in gamma power in the right frontal and left posterior areas. Gamma's high frequency means the brain's communicating very rapidly. It's like multidimensional sight. Is emotional and holistic pattern recognition, creative insight. There's a perceptual vividness that also happens in lucid dreaming, but this is different. Tom, who has upside vision, now does readings. Put his website below. I'll put it right here. He sees the images in your subconscious. It leads to all these revelations. So cool.